Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Hall of Famer Bob Berry ruled Milwaukee's airwaves in the 60s and 70s. He spoke with countless musicians and celebrities over the years. Bob collected remarkable recordings of these encounters, which he's now sharing with the public. Here's Bob.
Me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. That's what I like. Baseball.
Milwaukee baseball fans have experienced a long-time love affair with outfielder Andy Pafko. In 1953, Milwaukee Braves fans voted the Wisconsin native best of the Braves and gave him a shiny new Cadillac. He thrilled fans with his headfirst slides and diving catches. On July 19, 1957, in the Polo Grounds, Andy blasted 2 home runs and drove in all the Braves' runs in a 3-1 victory over the New York Giants. The victory kept Milwaukee in first place by 1 game over the Brooklyn Dodgers. Unfortunately, when Bobby Thompson of the New York Giants hit his famous shot heard round the world home run to win the National League pennant in 1951, it was Pafko, then a Dodger, staring up helplessly at the base of the left field wall of the Polo Grounds. In 2006, Andy was inducted into the Milwaukee Braves Honor Roll, located in the field-level concourse of American Family Field. Baseball cards have always been popular, Andy, and there was one that you were on in 1952 that is now worth how much?
$83,500. The 1952 Topps Brooklyn Dodgers.
And how much were you paid for that?
0.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, but at least I was honored in some way.
Boy, that's for sure. And how many cards were in that package?
Well, the way I got it, some guy was a card collector, and unbeknownst to him, my number 1 card was in that stack. And finally, the curiosity got the best of me. Opened up the pack, and there and below was the number 1 Andy Pafko card. So about a year or so ago, they had a big auction sale in Washington, D.C., and a friend of mine from Libertyville, Illinois, he was at the auction, so he called me on the phone. He says, "Andy, are you standing up or sitting down?" I said, "Why, what's the big deal?" He said, "Your card was just sold for $83,500. Some attorney from Denver, Colorado bought it." And then about a few months later, they had a big convention in Chicago at the Rosemont Convention Center, and I heard he was coming. So I walked over there, and sure enough, I met the guy, and he said, "How come you bought that card?" He said, "Simply stated, I just wanted. I was an Andy Pafko fan, and as a matter of fact, I was offered over $100,000 for it, but wow." He said, "I'll never sell that card."
That's great.
Isn't that wonderful?
That's nice to know. With so many people that are turning autographs and cards and things into cash, selling them as soon as they get them, it's nice to know somebody's hanging on to them.
Right. I mean, at least they haven't forgotten about the old timers.
Boy, that's for sure.
Wise on third. Matthews on second, Aaron on first. Andy Pafko in the batter's box. He swings at the ground ball, a base hit down the left field line. This is for extra bases. 1 run is scoring. 2 runs are scoring, and Pafko's going into second base. Here comes Aaron trying to score. He scores!
Bob Berry. Thank you for listening to Bob Berry's Unearthed Interviews. Be sure to subscribe and rate our podcast on iTunes or wherever you find your podcasts. You can find all the episodes at wisconsinbroadcastingmuseum.org. Check out Bob Berry's book, Rock and Roll Radio Milwaukee. Book sale proceeds support Angels Kids Fund and Donate Life Wisconsin. The preceding program was made possible by a generous contribution from Terry Vaughn.